Premier League is arguably the most popular football league in the world. Every weekend, millions of people tune in to watch the latest round of matches, with some traveling from all corners of the globe to the 20 or so stadiums dotted around England to soak up the electric atmosphere. It's become one of the most lucrative sporting leagues, raking in billions of pounds each year, and it's made some of its owners billions more. But how did it come to be? Before the Premier League was formed in 1992, the top division of English football was known as the First Division. Now, for the first half of the 20th century, it had been dominated by the so-called Big Five: Arsenal, Aston Villa, Everton, Liverpool, and Manchester United. But by the late 80s, other clubs felt they had a right to be considered for the title too. And so it was that the First Division became a battle of not just 2 or 3 teams, but 8 or 9. However, what was good for the fans was necessarily good for the TV companies, who snapped up the rights to screen the football. They wanted a more predictable product with a clear frontrunner and an underdog story or two. To this end, they lobbied the Football Association to allow them to set up their own league comprising of the top teams. The FA initially dismissed this idea, believing it would damage the popularity of the First Division. But when other divisions threatened to break away and form their own breakaway competitions, the FA relented and the Premier League was born. The inaugural season kicked off in August 1992 with 22 teams, and while it initially took some time to find its feet, it soon became apparent that this new competition would be a wild success. Within 2 years, it had overtaken the First Division in terms of average attendance and was pulling in far higher TV ratings. But it wasn't all plain sailing. In 1995, the Football League, which comprised of the second, third, and fourth divisions, along with the FA, took the Premier League to court for allegedly poaching their top players and clubs. The ensuing legal battle ended with the Premier League having to pay £25 million in damages to the Football League, with another $15 million set aside for compensation to individual clubs. These early years were dominated by Manchester United, who won the title a total of 13 times between 1993 and 2013. However, over the past decade, the title has been contested by just 2 teams: Manchester City and Liverpool, and it looks like the battle between these two will continue for the foreseeable future. So whether you're a die-hard supporter of one of these 2 clubs, or simply a fan of the beautiful game, why not show your support for your team by wearing one of these shirts? You can choose between the home and away strip for both teams, so click on the link below to get yours today.